We're doing a impromptu review, spoiler full review.
We're doing spoilers?
Oh, we're definitely doing spoilers. We're definitely doing
Let's go. Hey, you're with Ed from Cosplay Alliance, and of course with me is Gus. Gussie J from Cosplay Alliance too. As you can see, we're sitting in the WB section here because we were invited tonight by Warner Brothers Canada.
Right, all across the nation.
All across. We had cosplayers in Montreal and Vancouver.
Mm-hmm.
And so, Gus, what did you think of the movie?
Well, let me tell you, for the first part of the movie, I didn't know what was going on. It was easy, but at the same time, I was like, let's progress further because it felt like it dragged on at the beginning. It was like setting up something. We know that he's going to court, but it took long to get to court. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Well, there was a lot of kind of backstory of him because Arthur's in Arkham.
Is he in Arkham?
Well, he's
in jail.
Yeah, I guess he's in a Gotham City jail. I'd say it's probably close to Arkham.
He has a lot of privilege in this movie.
He could have a cigarette anytime he told a joke.
Anytime he told a joke, he had a cigarette. He had conjugal visits, apparently.
Well, apparently, yeah. I guess that kind of leads to the next thing. We got Harley Quinn in this movie.
Yeah, Harley Quinn shows up, and she's playing a role that is not dependent on the Joker in a way. She's not infatuated with... Actually, she is infatuated with the Joker.
She's infatuated with the Joker, and then when Arthur kind of says, hey, I'm not the Joker, I'm Arthur Fleck, she's like,
yeah, see ya. She's not with it.
Yeah,
bro. Yeah, like the cinematography of this movie, don't get me wrong, was fantastic. The way that they used the IMAX cameras was fantastic. And shout outs to IMAX again for this invite too.
Oh, yeah. Well, and even on the screen, there's stuff happening in other parts of the screen.
Right. And if you miss it, you miss it. There's nice little Easter eggs in there.
And even just the use of like Warner Brothers properties like Looney Tunes.
The Looney Tunes in the background.
Oh, the Looney Tunes in the background was so good. And even the opening. We had a whole animated opening that I thought was absolutely amazing.
It was sinister but playful at the same time. The sinister nature of the cartoon in the beginning was amazing because it was you see it as because like Pepe Le Pew, you know how Pepe Le Pew just kisses the cat, whatever. He does he does the same thing to the girl at the beginning of the cartoon, and she is dumbfounded, and she's.
I never even thought of that.
Yeah, exactly.
His defense attorney, he goes and kisses her, and she's kind of like acting like the girl cat in a Looney Tunes.
Yeah, cartoon. She's shocked. She's not even in the cartoon itself. In the cartoon in the beginning, he kisses the blonde cartoon character, and she's as the police come, she's like, he's over there.
Yeah. Now, speaking about like sort of the graphic elements of this. Now, in the first movie, we have a lot of flashback scenes with Joker. Mm. And here, we get a very graphic scene in the courtroom. Like, insane.
Yes, the play into the mindscape of Joker. I like what they did with the color scheme while he was changed. The more he became the Joker, the more purple his suit became.
Yes.
And it was a very subtle thing that they were doing.
And like the minute he says, I'm not the Joker, the face paint's fading, the suit's going more gray.
Right. The suit went completely gray, which was great. It's a good way of use. Its use of color was amazing. Lady Gaga as Harley, they utilized her voice the best they could. She was singing it almost all the time.
Yeah, and even just the choice of songs,
which was the choice of songs were kind of weird to me, but I enjoyed them.
I dug it. It sort of set the tone and the feel.
Yeah.
Now, do we talk about the final scene? We said we were going to do spoilers.
Listen, there's a moment in there where it's so out of character for this movie. It is out of character because everything there's been a spectacle when it's in his mindscape, and there's been dullness when it's reality.
Yes.
Right? There's a part in this movie where something explosive happens. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Right? And at that point, it's a complete surprise. And I mean, you weren't expecting it, everything like that. And the horror from that actual event is seen panned across in IMAX. And if you're not paying attention, you might have missed the start of another villain.
So in the movie, the assistant district attorney is Harvey Dent. So we almost get an origin story.
You definitely get an origin
And
story.
now that really gets me, is like, where are we going to see, if they build on this Jokerverse, are we going to see Harvey?
Well, we have to. Yeah, you can see from that scene, he is in shock, but he's also very upset.
Yeah.
At the same time, and it's good for what they did. I don't want to give the twist away. The twist at the end.
The twist is fantastic.
Well, the twist is fantastic because I love the twist. Because during the whole movie, I was saying, he's too old. He can't be the Joker of this universe.
Yeah,
he can't be. And we see what happens, and now it makes all sense because the district attorney is a young firecracker, Harvey Dent. He's young, which makes sense because when Batman comes back, or if Batman comes about in this universe, he would be not the same age, but he'd be a little bit older than Batman, right? Now, the twist at the end, I don't know if you want to give it.
I'm not going to give it. If you're not going to give it, I'm not going to give it. How about we just tell people, go see the movie.
Go see the movie.
The twist at the end will blow your mind. Go see it in IMAX.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you're not going to want to miss it.
No, this is good.
All right. How about a rating? What do you give it?
Oh, man. Artistic integrity and artistic choices on this one, I'm going to give it a 8.
8?
I'll give it an 8 because I think that it's doing something different. And because it's doing something different, it takes a lot of liberties and a lot of things that people are not going to enjoy. I guarantee you some people are going to complain about this movie. They're going to be like, there's too much singing. They're going to be like, I'm confused. And they're going to be like, it's slow. There's things that people are going to say about this movie. But it made the choice to be different from all the other movies.
For myself, artistically, I give it a solid 9.
Yeah.
Because it was fascinating from beginning to end. And if Joaquin doesn't get nominated for another Oscar for this one, he is fascinating in it. And I just love the fact of the integration of music because it works so well with him. Like, yes, Gaga is a music superstar, but him with his level of music and just being vulnerable.
His acting, his body language.
Yes.
Was incredible. The moment he changes from Arthur to the Joker, his back straightens. His body moves differently. He's more fluid. The way he smokes his cigarette. There's even something as simple as the way he just puts his hair back and then all of a sudden he changes.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
You recommend it?
Definitely recommend. It's a movie that you have to see. You should see it in theaters. You should see it in IMAX. You should see it with the sound system that is in here.
Yeah. No.
You won't be disappointed.
I recommend it. Fascinating. And thank you again to Warner Brothers. Right there.
That's what's up.
Thanks, Gus. And make sure you always tune in to Cosplay Alliance. We got so much more fun stuff coming. So thank you again.
All right, cool. Peace.
We're gonna build a mountain.
Sometimes I like to eat Rascals for breakfast.
Rascals?
Yeah, Rascals. It's a cereal brand in the U.S.